Hi everyone, it's Smriti. Welcome. Today's class is Pilates for heart and hands. Many of us spent most of our days seated for long periods of time, often texting over a phone or typing on a computer, and over time this takes a toll on our body. So it's vital for us to do exercises regularly that help us keep our hands and our hearts healthy and happy. As we go out throughout the movement today in this class, we'll pay an extra attention to our hands and work on techniques that help us prevent any discomfort or sometimes even pain when we're on our weight-bearing position in our hands or our wrists, so we can get best out of our movement practice moving forward. You'll complete today's class feeling refreshed and radiant to take on the rest of your day with more strength, energy, and ease. Sit comfortably any way you would like today. I'm sitting cross-legged. If you want to sit in a different position, perhaps have rolled up towel or blanket underneath your pelvis to create more comfort on your spine or on your hips, feel free to do that right now. So let's just take a moment to find a nice, beautiful posture in this seated position and rest the hands by your side and take a moment to gently close your eyes. Take a deep breath in, filling up the lungs with fresh air, and full breath out, softening the muscles of our body and letting go of all the stale air. Full breath in, filling up the lungs with fresh energy, feeling the ribs stretch to the side, to the back, and as you exhale, softening the jawline and letting the tension and stress melt off our body. Full breath in, feeling the spine lengthen up towards the sky with ease, and exhale, letting the pelvis settle down onto the mat, just feeling aligned here in this beautiful seated position. Deep breath in with fresh air, and full calming breath out. And start to turn your awareness to the top of the head as you scan your attention, feeling the eyes soften, the jawline melt, the neck relaxes, the shoulders feel lighter, the chest is light, the spine is nice and easy, tall up towards the ceiling, fingertips relax, stomach relax, pelvis soft, and the legs just naturally resting on the mat, feeling those points of contact. And start to pay attention to your breath for a moment, noticing that natural rising and sinking sensation we have. And now set your intention for yourself here today, your why. It's nice to have something to work towards, but it's also nice to have your why you're here today. Perhaps it's just to work on your heart and hand, to let it heal. Perhaps you have another personal intention. Go ahead and set that now. Take another full breath in and full breath out as you gently smile and open your eyes. Let's get started with our hands. Let's go ahead and start with opening and closing our hands. So big open, separating the hands apart, and then close. So open, close, feeling the stretch throughout the body, throughout the palm. That's the part of our body we often forget, right? So it's nice to have exercises which remind us to do that, right? And you can do this throughout the day. So now we're going to do a different exercise. We're going to turn the palm up and work one finger at a time. So we're going to go ahead and bring the thumb in towards the very middle of our palm, and then your pointer, the middle, the ring finger, and then the pinky finger. So we're closing it tight, then opening it out one by one, all of the fingers. So take your time, this is not a race, and you might find that it's easier on one side compared to the other. And opening it out, so start with the pinky, middle, or the ring, and then the middle, pointer, and the thumb. So thumb goes in, one finger at a time. You can go at your own pace. This is not a competition. Just want to feel good. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and shake off your hand. That's a good one to go to anytime, right? This is shaking off the hand. And now let's go ahead and go into our figure 8 position. So from here, go ahead and bring the palms in the front. So you're facing downward, and we're just gonna go in and out. So you're just circling, articulating through the wrist, through the fingertips, stretching out your wrist, making figure 8 with both hands. Now the hardest part for me is going the other way. For some reason, it's harder for me to go the other way. I don't know about you. I would love to know. And you might hear some snap, crackle, and pop like my wrist just did. Around it in. And let's do one more. Stretching the hand. Good. Go ahead and shake off the hand. Now we're going to go into a little wrist stretch. So from here, bring the hands forward and go ahead and bring the hand down, all the way down, and then flex up. So stretching under, going under, and up. Separate those hands far apart, and in, apart, and in. Let's do 2 more. And last one. Good. Now go ahead and bring one hand close to you. So you're making like just a relaxed hand, and we're going to do a little manipulation or technique for our forearm. So oftentimes when we have tension or discomfort when we're in our hand, weighted bearing position, we might feel discomfort on our hand or our wrist, but it's actually sometimes related to tension or tightness in our fascia of our forearm. So we're going to do a technique where you're rotating the hand one way as you turn your hands on your wrist the other way. So we're going to do it up the arms. This is a really good way of massaging the arm and just also relieving pressure. Now we're going to go the opposite way. We're going to do 3 each way. Okay? And then I'll go the other way. So we're going to go up 3 times and then down 3 times. Feels really good, right? And now let's go to the other side. So from here, rotate the hand one way as you turn the palm or turn your hands the other way. You're going to go up 3 times and go down. Feels really good and helps relieve pressure. And going up. Now let's go back down. You're doing great. Good. And then rest the hands by our side. And let's come now down onto the mat to a kneeling position. Your legs are hip distance apart. Bring your palm underneath your shoulders. Legs are hip distance apart. Separate the fingertips wide. Point the pointers forward and then separate them out equally. So pressing the palm towards the ground and really think about pressing down with the paddings of your fingers. Then lengthen your forearm as if like you're plugging your forearm up towards your elbows. Then they go up, the upper arm goes towards the shoulder. So we want to think about that beautiful alignment, making sure we're using all parts of our body to help us set up for success. And from here, we're going to shift our body back and then forward. So applying that pressure, these weight-bearing positions are really good for your bone health. They stimulate growth, they stimulate good bone density. We're just going to go a couple of forward and backwards, and you can kind of change the range of motion if there's discomfort in this position. And let's do one more. And forward. Now we're going to change the wrist position, so turning it out the other way. The fingertips point towards your knees, making sure that you're still aligned. And I need to widen up a little bit. That feels a little bit more, so this might feel kind of uncomfortable for some of us. So you might just want to hold this position. If you're ready for more, you're going to slightly sway back, stretching. And remember, you're pressing the palm towards the ground, the fingertips towards the ground as you lengthen your forearm up towards the sky. So we're going backwards and forward. Let's do 2 more. Last one, and back. Well done. Bring your hands off and just shake it off for a little bit. We're going to come back onto our kneeling position. So into our normal kneeling position where the fingertips are wide and pressing the palm onto the ground. Knees are right underneath the hips, lengthening the spine. The gaze is down towards the ceiling. Or gazes down towards the mat. From here, you're going to reach your leg that's closest to me up and back. So straight back behind you and flex that foot. And you're going to reach the arm up into a straight line, and you're gonna go ahead and bend the knees, bend the elbows as you round the spine up and reaching it back. So from here, rounding the spine, articulating the spine, and reach, flex the foot back, in and out. Rounding the spine, try to maintain that balance. And if you're not able to do it with both arm and the leg out, just do the leg part. Last one. Out. Lower that knee down. Realign the spine. Reset your hand. We're paying that extra focus on the hands today. So set the shoulders down your back. Your elbows are turned out. Bring the other leg up and away. Flex that foot. Imagine I'm pulling that leg away from your hips. Bring the opposite arm forward. From here, you're going to bend the knee, round the spine, and out. And out. Take your time. Find your rhythm. Do your version. And up. As you straighten the arm and the leg, reach out long, like stretch out like a rubber band. Abdominals are naturally drawing in and up. Last one. Reach and lower. Well done. Go ahead and press back into a quick rest pose here. Arms reach forward, hips over the heels. Let your head rest there on the mat. Breathe into your lower back. Breathe into your back ribs. Sitting all the way upright. Coming onto your kneeling position. Bring one leg forward. Tuck the toe of the back leg under. From here, imagine you're going to come straight up, launching up to come up. So we're going to come up, bring the back leg forward, going into our heart focus more. So from here, we're going to go into a wide leg position. Legs are turned out. They're facing the corners. From here, bring the hands out to the side, reach them long, shoulders over the hips. And we're going to go ahead and bend the knee as you lower. Find that balance point. So first, let's get that set up. For a little bit more of a challenge, you're going to lift your heels up and press the arms back as you go up. So from here, you're going to lower. You can bring your heels down now and back and up. So press the arms back and out. For more, you can bring the legs together to the middle or hop into here. So from here, you can go here and here. I'm going to stay here. So let's go ahead and get started here. So from here, we go up and back, up and back. Lift the heels as you straighten the arms back, like you're high-fiving the back wall, and up. Reach back, lengthen the spine, up towards the ceiling, palm back. Last 4, 3, 2, last one, and lower, hold, 2, 3, straighten the leg, toe heel the legs back together, and we're gonna go into some lunges here. So from here, I'm gonna turn around so you can see me better. Stack your legs so they're about hip distance apart, your heels right underneath your hip socket, and you're gonna walk your one leg back. Then bring the other leg forward if you need a little bit more space there. So first, watch me first the first time. So from here, what we're gonna do is come into kneeling as one arm goes up, and we come and balance up. This is where we're working towards. Now, if you're not able to bring your knees down, another option is that you just do a little reach back, and then you switch. So we just do this. This is perfectly fine. You can work your way up, and some days are just different, right? So if you're doing a full version, you're gonna go ahead and go into that lunge position. So from here, the back knee slightly away. I had to adjust my position. The back knee's slightly away from the hip. Opposite arm forward, and you lift and lower. Up and down. The hands also help you balance as you alternate and gets your heart rate up a little bit, right? Find that balance. You can slow down the pace Use that back foot. Anchor through the toe as you lower. Last one, stay up and balance and lower, and let's go to the other leg. So first, heels are hip distance apart, check in with your posture there, and bring the other leg back. So I like to kind of see how far I want to go on my lunge by just checking in there. So opposite arms and legs go back. So from here you go up and down. Modification, you can just come up by just lowering just a little bit, or you can just do small steps up and down. Find your version, and let's rock and roll. And up we go, marching. Woo! I needed to recapture myself. Good thing I have a wall there by here. It's a good exercise to do near the wall. So, okay, up and down, lift and lower. Propelling your body forward. Use both legs. I already have my heart rate up. I hope you do too. And lift and lower. Rise. You can slow down that pace if you need to today. Last one. Up and balance and lower. Great job, you guys. We're going to go back down to the mat. Let's go ahead and bring our legs hip distance apart. Reach the arms up. Exhale out all the air as you roll down, hands on the mat. Come on to kneeling. Swing the legs forward. Now let's go ahead and go down onto the ground on the mat. Take a big breath in and exhale as you roll down. Bring your legs hip distance apart. Going into our single leg stretch variation. Bend your right knee in, left leg out, and then bend that bottom knee if you would like here. If you're not able to straighten that leg on the mat, if there's any pressure on the lower back. Otherwise, you're gonna keep that bottom leg on the ground, chin towards your chest, scoop to look at the abdominal. And from here, you're gonna go ahead and bring the hands behind the head. As you reach the legs out, or one leg out, you're gonna lower the body. Pull in and out. Drawing the navel in and up. Modification, you can bend that other knee and place it on the mat. Last one. Good, let's switch leg. So bending in the other knee. One opposite leg can stay down or bent for more support. I'm gonna go ahead and straighten it out. Curling up to get started. And lower. Exhale, inhale. Drawing the waistline in towards your midline. Press that bottom leg down to bring that top leg up. 2 more. Last one. Out, well done. Go ahead and bend both knees in. Hug the legs in. Straighten the leg up towards the ceiling for roll over. So this is the first time you're doing roll over. Make sure you watch me the first time, and I also provide modification for this exercise as well. So from here, you're gonna press your hands down onto the ground using our hands, right? So think about the palm, the finger pads, all pressing down, firm pressing down. From here, lift the legs up and over. Legs are parallel to the floor. Separate the legs apart and articulate the spine down vertebra by vertebra all the way down. And then legs come together. Modification, you do small lift up and down. So keeping the collarbone wide, you just go up and down. Definitely targets the abdominals there. So if you're going for the full rollover, you can go ahead and join me now. From here, press those inner thighs together. You can also bend your knees here if they're not able to straighten here today. And reach up and over. Legs come apart, wide as the mat or wider if you'd like. And gather those legs together. Lift up, legs come apart. Roll the spine down. Take your time. Use your arms to help you press down, but make sure we're not holding on to the neck or the shoulders too tight. Let's just do one more. Good. Go ahead and bend the knees in. Hug the legs in. And rock up. From here, we're going to go into back up to our heart part focus. So we're going to go on our rolling like a ball to jump up. From here, you're going to bring your heels together, toes apart, place your hands in front of the shin, balance on your sacrum. Now from here, Take a moment to find your balance point. Arms into the legs, legs into the arm. Round your spine back. Watch me the first time. So from here, roll down onto your shoulder. Come up, balance. Lower your feet down. You can use your hands if you'd like here to help you lift up. So you can use your hands, or you can also just use the legs. For me, I'm going to use my hand for this first one. And you come up. You can hop up, or you just come up and you bring your hands forward, hands on the shin, navel, eyes on the navel, rolling down, come up and reach up. You can join me now, roll down, keep looking at your stomach. When you roll down, lift up. You can always go slower rhythm. If you're not able to stand, hold that balance position on the top for the rolling like a ball. Roll down, press onto your feet, press those arms back. You got this. For your heart and your hand today. Woo, lost my balance there. That's all right, we're having fun. Don't want to take ourselves too seriously, right? We can have fun with our workouts. Last one. And press back. We're up. Now let's move on to the next part. From here, we're going to go into side lunges, lateral lunges. So from here, we're going to start with going on towards the sunflower side. So from here, reach up. Both legs are faced forward. You're going to bend into this hand. Bend into this leg, rather. Reach your tailbone back. Press down with both legs as you reach back. And then you come back to the middle. So I'm going to come into this Pilates V when I come up. You can go wider range or smaller range. Find your version for today. Let's do this. So we go up to come up or push down and lift up. The arms kind of help us balance as well. So remember, we're in that turned out position a little bit. And back. You're doing awesome. Stick with me. I believe in you. And most of all, believe in yourself. And press back. Press equally with both legs. And stay up. Nicely done. Let's go to the other side. So same thing. If for some reason the turnout position doesn't feel good on your legs or knees, you can also do parallel, okay? So let's do it. For now, I'm going to do it turned out. So we're going to this side. So we press down onto that side. And you know what? Just for fun, I'm going to keep those feet pointed forward. I feel like I need a different version on this side. Shoulders relax from here. As you come up, the legs come parallel since we're not doing turned out. And reach up. Inhale, exhale, rise up. And rise up. You're doing awesome. And up. Press those arms back. We're creating strength. We're building energy. We're restoring ease back to our mind and body. And up. Breathe. Don't hold your breath. You got this. And up. Last one. Stay up. Well done. Let's roll down onto the mat from here. Nod your chin to chest and roll down vertebra by vertebra, stretching the hamstring, stretching the glutes, hands on the mat. Bend the knees and swing the leg forward. We're going on to our tricep presses here. Let's bring the legs together into your center line. Press those inner thighs together and reach your hands back into diagonal. So from here, your fingertips are pointing towards your glutes, inner thighs pressed together. And just take a moment to find a good balanced position, making sure your palms are pressing down onto the ground, patting some of the fingertips doing the same. And from your elbows are equally reaching out, head is reaching up towards the ceiling. And you're gonna bend the leg that's closest to me towards you. The foot is planted. From here, we're gonna go into little tricep dips here. First, lift the pelvis up, hold that position, and then you bend and extend. If this hurts in any way, you can leave it out, or you can just do it with both legs down, okay? And up, small bend and extend. These are small movements, but they pack a punch, I tell you. You're gonna feel it tomorrow, guys. And up. Last one, good. Go ahead and switch legs. So we're gonna bend the opposite knee in. If you need to take a break, or you can continue with me. And up, bend and extend. Thanks for working out with me. We're glad we're glowing together here. You got this. Last two. Last one, up. Woo, I feel the heat throughout the whole body. Strengthen my arms, strengthen my hand, and then lower the body. Bring the arms forward. Exhale, stretch forward. And breathe. 3, 2, 1. Bring the hands to the side. Turn over sideways to face me. The hand is slightly away from the shoulders. Your bottom leg is back, front leg is forward. So we are zigzagging the leg for the mermaid. So we're doing a mermaid variation today. From here, you're gonna go ahead and press those inner thighs together. And as you come up, you're gonna lift off your hips. So you wanna think about the hip lifting off your side and lifting up from underneath your armpit. So you want to think about this part lifting up, press the palm, right? The hands down onto the ground. As you lengthen the arm up, bring the hand up. And softly, from here, you're going to lower small hip dip. Lower and lift. Remember, you're plugging that arm into the shoulder joint, pressing the palm onto the ground. Modification, you can do this on your forearm. And up. Last one. Up, beautiful. Go ahead and bend that knee and lower down. Let's go to the other side. So swinging the leg over, bottom leg goes back, front leg forward. The palm is pressing down, so are the fingertips. The shoulders are slightly away from the wrist. Zigzag those legs and lift the hip up towards the ceiling. Find that balance point first. Modification, you can be on your forearm, and we're just gonna do small lower and lift of the hips. And up. Use all the padding, making sure we're not shifting the shoulders. We're just lowering the hips up and down. Engage that waistline to your middle. Last two. Last one. Well done. Lower the pelvis. Let's turn over onto our stomach and into a rest pose here. Tuck those toes under. Let those feet breathe. Let the shoulders relax. Breathe into your back. Breathe into your ribs. Let your face soften. Enjoy this breath. And walk the hands back towards your knees. And let's go into a little cool down with our lunges. This is one of my favorite exercises. So from here, you're going to go ahead and bring one leg forward. So let's start with the leg that is further away from me. And then the opposite leg goes back behind you. From here, you're going to bring the hand down, one hand down, that is closest, that comes from the leg that is in the front. Find your balance point and bring the other hand down. So you find a position where you can have your legs hip distance. If you need to change your position wider, go ahead and do that now. And from here, press both legs into the center line without actually moving it, right? And then you're gonna open the arm up towards the ceiling. And bring it back down. Another option is you keep that back leg straight. This is a little bit more challenging because your leg is elevated. So you're gonna reach up. And then lower. And we're gonna add a little mini push-up with the bending of the elbow. Reaching up. Lower, bend, and extend. This time we're gonna stay out here. 3, 2, 1, lower, and bend and extend. Lower that back knee down. Let's switch and go to the other side. All right, guys, let's bring the other leg forward. Let's start with that back knee down just so we get comfortable with where our position is going to be. So that back knee is slightly away from the front of the knee, or back knee's away from the hip. Hands are on the ground. Let's just practice opening the top arm. Backs, rotating the rib cage, and then bring it back down. If you're ready for it, you're gonna go ahead and straighten that back leg back, the knees hovered up. Press both inner thighs to your midline to help you balance as you rotate. Using your hand to balance, press the palm down, fingertips down, lengthening the upper arm. Woo! And in. Let's go up again. This side's harder for me. I don't know about you. Last one. And in. And since we didn't do those little push-ups with these one, we're gonna go ahead and get at it now at the end. Remember, you're just bending the elbow to lower your body. You're not leading with the head. Last one. Up, well done. Lower your back knee down. Walk the other leg back. Bring your hands wide on the mat. Separate those fingers, plug the arms into the shoulder. Lift the hip up. Stretch here and walk the hands back towards your knees. Stack your spine back up, vertebra by vertebra. And turn around to face me forward. Raise the arms up, bend the elbows to the side, drawing the elbows back and up. Let's do one more. Staying up there, flex the wrist, open your palms out to the side, stretching the wrist, opening up yourself, blossoming like a flower. And hands come up and lower the hands down. Close your eyes, take a deep breath in. Full breath out, lots of fresh air in, and lots of calm breath out. Fresh energy in, and peace and love out. And just take this moment to notice how you feel. Notice how you're glowing and radiating with energy, peace, from top to bottom. And just take a moment to acknowledge yourself for showing up for yourself today. It's not always easy, but it's always worth it. Take a moment to thank your heart and your hand for all that it does for you. And let's go back to that intention you started with. Place your hand on your heart. Congratulate yourself on working towards that intention for yourself. Take another deep breath in, feeling radiant, glowing from inside out. Smile and open your eyes. You did it. Congratulations on completing today's Pilates. I'm so proud of you. You should be proud of yourself too. Keep the great progress going, and I'll see you back here very soon. Thank you for spending your time and energy with me. I appreciate you. After you finish today's class, let me know how it went for you in the comments. I can't wait to hear from you. Thanks for joining me today. If you like this video and want to see more classes like this video, subscribe to this channel and tap that notification bell